Good to see that you're still with us. Back to tell you about a category called National Public Radio. National Public Radio is like the TED Talks, in that what it does is it brings together some real creative, interesting people, and they share ideas and thoughts about the world that make us go, say, that's pretty good, okay? So NPR in Norfolk, and NPR stands for National Public Radio, by the way, can be accessed in Norfolk on radio station WHRV 89.5 on your FM dial. Now, as you know, with most things today, you can get an app for this that you can have on your phone or your media device or whatever you want to call it, and you can get the stories, okay? Now, what happens is NPR especially will show you that things going on in the world have a connection to us. And if you think about it a little bit, you will say, yeah, I think I see that. Sometimes things go on in different parts of the world, and we say, what does that have to do with me? But one thing to remember is that everything can impact us, okay? The late Martin Luther King had a saying is that things that affect an individual directly affect everyone indirectly. That's kind of a quote, okay? Whatever affects one person directly can affect all of us, all right? So by listening to NPR and the TED Talks, you will be exposed to some very bright, creative, accomplished individuals. However, what you learn with a good education is that you're not learning what you should think necessarily in terms of a position, but you get information that you use your critical thinking, you analyze it, and it helps you to develop your own thoughts, and it helps you to become what we would say in academia is relativistic. You arrive in school deterministic. That means you think the professor knows and the textbook has it. And then over time you will mature to become what's called relativistic. You look at the textbook, you listen to the professor, other sources, and you come up with your own notion. And that's a mature learner, okay? So NPR will help you in all of your subjects. I jokingly say NPR will raise your IQ and put money in your pocket. And I'm really not joking about that, because I get ideas from it that I follow up, and it leads to many interesting things, okay? So NPR, National Public Radio, is going to be a category. And we're going to give you a few links that you can look at. But then once you get into it, take you about a millisecond, you can find all of your own. For instance, I was listening to a very interesting one just the other day that deals with different insight in terms of who we are and our life experience and the substance of the brain. Doesn't mean it's right, but it makes you go, I hadn't thought about that. So anyway, enjoy this, get started right away. The shows are archived because you're in class and doing different things, so therefore you can't listen to every broadcast real time, but they're archived and you can hear them later on. I use them all the time for all of my classes. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.